I'm Emilee Saldea, the founder and leader of the global community and brand that is Freebirth Society. The practice of free birth itself is a big part of our platform, our message, and our business, so I'm excited to offer clarity to you today about what it is and who we are. So many women, including myself, knew that we didn't want a hospital birth and thought that home birth meant it could only be with midwives. I'll never forget that light bulb moment when I realized I could just do it myself, that actually was what birth was. I was going to do it myself regardless of who was there. That home birth didn't equal midwife attended. And since, I have talked with so many women who share that beautiful aha moment when they learned that there was another option and that it was called free birth. So, what is free birth? Free birth means that birth is taking place outside of institutional structures or relationships in the absence of formal paid birth support. Some people call it family birth or unassisted childbirth. For many women, it also means that they have a wild pregnancy, meaning that pregnancy is experienced as an integrated aspect of a woman's life, choosing not to seek out a medical provider to manage the pregnancy. Of course, words also have nuance. Their meanings fluctuate, and there are many women who I know who use the term free birth more loosely or even differently than this, and of course that's everyone's prerogative. Ultimately, free birth is about radical self-responsibility. Can free birth by definition happen in a hospital? No. With midwives? No. Does that make it better? No. It just means that, like all words, there are socially agreed upon definitions. We use labels, words to organize and describe ourselves, right? So, I certainly don't and couldn't speak for all women who choose free birth, though I am happy to be sharing my understanding today of what free birth is and what it is not from my perspective as a leader in a free birth community. Free birth means to take responsibility, leadership for your pregnancy, your birth, even your postpartum. It means that you are choosing to be the authority of yourself and your child. It means that you're going to intend to stay home and only be inviting people into your birth who feel safe and loving and respectful to you. That said, I've never once spoken with a woman who intended or has already free birthed who wasn't, of course, prepared to call on medical assistance in the very rare circumstance that it turned into something outside the range of normal or outside of what felt right. Something that we trust fully can be best discerned by the woman herself. It does not mean that we are die-hard home birthers, and it certainly does not imply that we are anti-doctor or anti-midwife, not at all. It simply means that we have come to the conclusion that staying home and birthing our babies in instinct, protected by the physiology of mammalian birth, witnessed only by our loved ones, is the best setup for optimal success the vast majority of the time. And we see this be true in our little microclimate of a community. All women should have the inalienable human right to decide how, where, and with whom she gives birth or does anything else at all with her body and her life. Now, our entire platform is inspired by one fundamental conviction: trust women. Women deserve to have complete power over their lives, and we have the right to make whatever choices we make for whatever reason. We stand for the fact that women can make their own decisions and that women and mothers always have their family's best interest in mind. When we trust women, we're respecting women and understanding what is and is not our business. What another woman does with her life, not my business. I trust her to make her own decisions, even if they're different than mine, and to navigate the outcome of said decisions entirely. To me, this is the ultimate respect. This is my North Star, guiding me back to my core values always. The women who come to Freebirth and to the Freebirth Society private membership in particular make up an incredible array of women from all around the world with vastly differing backgrounds and experiences. Many, and maybe even most of us, have experienced or are planning free birth, but many of our members are women who have had medicalized births, maybe done having children, women who are midwives themselves or nurses, women still in their maiden phase, or even women intentionally choosing not to become mothers. We are a community made up of women who are committed to exercising self-authority and supporting each other in our own explorations of what it means to live in our highest integrity with the values of feminism and reproductive justice. The Freebirth Society membership is an exclusive club, but not based on birth choices at all, based on integrity, a deep and abiding level of personal responsibility, a willingness to examine our own motivations. It's a commitment to reclaiming sisterhood, to being more than just a yes circle, to critiquing the systems that oppress us, and to unpacking our own internalized racism and misogyny. I have been so impressed by the caliber of women that have felt called to this community and to this work. It truly feels revolutionary. In a world that vilifies women who make any radical choice against the mainstream, it was and is imperative to me to carve out a space where women could feel safe and supported in exercising our human rights of reproductive choice and intuitive mothering. There is no right or wrong. There is only what is right for each of us, and it is for us to all learn what that is and to actualize that. I am so proud of myself and all the women who make up Freebirth Society, because when a woman lives in her power, we all rise. So with that, I want to invite you all to join us this Friday, as I will be putting out a very special episode on the Freebirth Society podcast. We're doing a roundtable of 5 freebirthers sharing our honest truth about free birth, what led each of us to it, what we've learned from walking this path, and about the community that we have found in it. So thank you all. Have a wonderful day.